Hi guys, what's up? My name is Patryk Solecki. I come from a small town of Romanovan country. I'm living in Krakow, a beautiful city in Poland. Where I finished my studies actually 2 years ago. I'm 27 years old. And my stage name is Andromedha. I don't have any specific musical background in my family or in my, let's say, personal journey. So I'm totally self-taught DJ and producer. My musical journey begins in 1999 when I was 9 years old, and I first heard ATV's 9 PM Till I Come single on national FM radio, so this was a very much different experience, unlike anything I've heard before. So instantly I fell in love with that style of music, and I started to search for that music. So there was no internet back then, so the only way to search for that kind of music was either via CDs or via other radios, so we didn't have much choice. This evolved into passion of listening and then collecting MP3s. So I was collecting MP3s for a couple of years, and my collection was as big as 130 gigabytes of MP3s. So I got my iPod Classic absolutely packed with all this stuff. In 2003 probably, I've heard Blank & John's radio show, again on the national radio, and I was so buzzed about that, so keen on hearing that new electronic sound. This was the sound of trance actually. I was keen on searching and discovering the new tracks from that genre, and then I fell in love with other electronic music genres. So I started to listen to very different styles of music, from Joris Vaughan to, let's say, Marcus Chosseau. And then when I was 19, I finished high school, so I moved to Krakow to study electronics and telecommunications at AGH, University of Science and Technology. And this whole musical journey reached another level, another stage, which was being curious about how things are made. So I had a bit more time for myself, so I started to get myself more into native instruments, Traktor and FL Studio. So therefore I started to, let's say, craft my sound, but it wasn't anything serious back then. So in 2011, actually in December of 2011, I was studying maths for the exam in September, which I was retaking actually. So something inside me told me that, yeah, I should finally make a full-length track, and I was successful to sign this track in 2012 to a small Italian label, so it was actually released. And also another unexpected thing actually happened, so I got a proposition to host my own radio show on one of the internet radios. So this was another dream coming true, and this was actually the moment when the whole Andromeda thing started for me. So it started to be an important part of my life. I started DJing in 2014, and my first DJ gig was opening for John Double Fleming in Warsaw during his Juve Editions mixed compilation tour. And I started, like I've said before, I started producing in 2011. So since then I was featured on a couple of smaller and bigger record labels like Silk Music, like Infrasonic Recordings, like Juve Recordings, or Pure Trance, or actually Planet Love Records as of late. So my music got a very nice amount of radio plays from big DJs as well, and since then I started to grow my audience, and it's constantly it's constantly getting bigger, especially in Europe and North America. Personally also, I think a very important moment for me was meeting my current manager, Bo Van Eyck, thanks to whom I played Luminosity Beach Festival 3 times in a row now. So my debut was in 2015, and then I played in 2016 and this year as well. So I met a lot of people from the industry, and this was another milestone for me. So yeah, so this whole producer and DJ thing are somewhat aligned with each other. What sets me apart from the other artists? I'd say a very special relationship I got with my fan base, which is actually not a traditional artist and fan base relationship. It's more like a friendship. So I'm very grateful for that. It's happened to me actually, as I get a very good contact with my fans on social media, as well as when I'm playing live in the club or at the festival. This is one thing, and the second thing I'd say, I always follow my own path rather than follow the trends. I'm more of a, let's say, wannabe trendsetter than trend follower. This was always about me, so about establishing my own different and special path, which I'm very identifying myself with. So, what makes me a worthy winner? I'd say being very passionate about the sound of Anjunabeats and Anjunabeats as well, and being passionate about electronic music as a whole, right? And also the willingness to work very, very hard in my career and pushing it forward to the limits and reaching new audiences for my music. I think this is not about being famous, not about money. It's purely for the music thing, and always will be like that. At the end, I'd like to thank all the crew from Beatport and from Anjunabeats for giving me this huge chance. I'm so grateful for that, and this was a huge motivation for me as well when I discovered I was on the shortlist, so in the final of this Beats in School competition. It was so much fun to see some of you Anjuna guys at ADE this year. Yeah, and I hope to see you soon somewhere over the world. Keep doing what you do, and I hope soon enough I'll be part of your family. Thank you.